there's going to be a fucked up fun semifinals. That's all I know. Suning versus top esports. Just naturally have to lean towards top esports. But I've been saying it the entire time. Suning is a dark fucking horse, man. They have players that have so high potential. In Bin, Wanfang, these guys are getting better and better by the day. Every time they play, they look even better. They smack down an underperforming JDG, and that's important to note. It's a great achievement. It's a great achievement. But it's important to note that form on the day and read on the meta is super important. But I think looking at all of the semi-finalists that we have, I think they have a very, very good read on the meta, all of them. I think this is a very, very stacked semi-final. Of course, here I'm leaning top esports. We saw one best of 5 against them, even though that won't be the same indication of this one. I do believe that top esports have shown enough form and grit in best of 5s that they are ready to take on Suning and not falter the same way JDG did. I think coming out of wars like top esports did and coming out at the end of that builds a lot of confidence for you to be able to deal with anything. I was watching the mic check, which was very wonderful to listen to, not listen to because I don't understand, but to read the subtitles, I guess. And top esports is a very mentally strong team, man. They've been through fucking hell and back this year alone as a team. And they've shown a lot of growth. A lot of fucking growth. Which is impressive. Same thing for Suning. Suning, a lot of growth too. Story of growth for both of these guys. Suning, they ramped up in summer. And then they won a couple of best of 5s in a beautiful fashion. They got hyped up. Group stage, it looked like monsters. And against JDG, it looked like monsters too. There is room for upset here. I don't think it's completely one-sided, but I think top esports is definitely favored. And that is going to be, the side I'm leaning towards. The question is always, Karsa had some city games. I don't think he is the type of jungle that really presses the advantage the same way SOFM does. I think Karsa is good at stabilizing. I think Karsa is very similar to Jankos. Yes, Jankos and Karsa are very classic players in terms of how they jungle. Very, very similar jungle approach. Why I think SOFM, Canyon is in between SOFM and Jankos and Karsa. And I think SOFM is full on, just Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. He's just making moves on you, taking your golems when you're not looking, taking waves, making sure that, everything he does is all about saving time. This man is playing, it's like speed running. Have you guys seen these Dark Souls speed runs and they're rolling past every monster and they have some sick tricks to kill bosses and they're this is SOFM's jungle pathing. Jungle pathing, the decisions he makes on the map is just a Dark Souls speed run, yeah, or a cup boy or whatever the game is called. Some people are gonna hate me for this. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the game. Cup boy, is it Cup boy? I need to Google it. On PC, on Switch, it looks like a Switch game, no? Cup game, Cuphead. Okay. Sorry, guys. Sorry. that is terrible. G2 and Damwon. First inclination is Damwon is favored. But it just comes down to how much can G2 grow within the span of a week again. Semifinals are going to be played on next week. Today is Sunday as we're recording this. How much can G2 grow? Because I think if they played as they played against Genji, it's hard to judge because Genji kind of, fell over and, made it a bit easier than it should have been for G2. But G2 still showed a lot of improvement. But I think still there's a long way to go. We saw a lot of Jhin progress. I think G2's bot lane is very similar to Damwon's bot lane in the way they approach the game, Smart players that can move around the map and know what they need to impact. And it will just come down to the top side. I think the last time we saw this matchup between Showmaker and Caps, Showmaker was like Chovy. Very, very good laner. but very bad synergy with the rest of his team. Because the approach of Damwon last year was just straight up, isolate the solo lanes, pick Klepto, get ahead even with Klepto, and then just make bot lane survive and hope that Nuclear can pick Kai'Sa. So that was their plan. And that's not a solid plan at all. This time of year, Damwon is very, very versatile. There's a lot of shared champion pool here between Damwon and G2. If you think about the Pantheon, you think about the Camille, you think about the Renekton, you think about the Nidalees, you think about, the Twisted Fates. The key thing is, the big advantage that Damwon has is that they've been playing this for the entire summer. G2 picked this up rather late. That is a massive advantage for Damwon. This meta is something that was very common in the LCK for a very long time, while LEC wasn't playing this. And I think this is what is going to make it tricky. There's going to be a fucked up fun semifinals. That's all I know. I'm thinking about the players pound for pound. Caps versus Showmaker, Nuguri versus Wunder, Jankos versus Canyon. I think the biggest disparity, and still on paper from what we've seen so far, is how Damwon used their jungler, how Canyon plays together with his team, in contrast to how G2 used their jungler and Jankos plays with his team. Because cked honestly played not so good today. He didn't have a good day at all. And Jankos looked good, but it's not big enough of a sample size for me to be like, yeah, he is going to match Canyon. But we mentioned the experience of these players. Coming into this best of 5, we're heading into space where G2 has been before. And this is not space where Damwon has been before. They've gotten out to quarterfinals, and all of their players are treading on new territory. And this is important because in the past, Damwon was considered a scrim team. And a big part of their burst in terms of performance, was during summer, when the crowd was removed from the equation, and then playing, the finals from home and playing without the crowd and so forth. Maybe, just maybe, this is pure speculation. Don't run away with it. I just pure speculation. Just to add, some extra thoughts into the mix is that, maybe Damwon, they have some pressure, extra pressure here that can become a potential variable. But we are heading into a maybe territory, and we don't want to go too far in it. I think Damwon, as I mentioned, biggest edge that they've been playing this meta for a very long time. But so for now, I'm leaning Damwon, but I think both semifinals, I think, can go both ways. I don't think it's like really easy to predict this. So I reserve the right to take some time to think about this more. But in this moment, I'm feeling the Damwon Top Esports Finals. We have some time. We have a week until it starts. Hopefully, I'm going to be on the analyst desk. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, and I think that's a good point to end the video. We might have some meta discussion maybe and some other content in between. We're going to continue with Clash now with the gang. We'll see if Medic is going to play or if Drake is going to play. I'm not sure who. But Clash should be starting soon, and I should probably check if my food has arrived, and I should talk with Lieferando support. Sorry, this video was a bit shorter than usual, but I think it's good to make a little bit of a shorter video on Sunday. I wanted to thank all of you for the support. The AMA video is going to be out tomorrow, actually. So, not tomorrow, but I'm going to, what's it called? Our YamatoCannon, as you can see here, the little box here. You can ask your questions. Oh, this is looking quite horrible. This is not good production value. Anyhow, you can ask your questions here if you want to be a part of it. Okay. Bless you and bless your face.